Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Baxley, Community Support Provider for Public Health and Human Services. Today I want to talk on this video about how we pace ourselves to get through this time. As we continue to move through all of the unknowns of our self-quarantine, and as we continue to experience some really terrible losses, we have on top of that the governor's extension of safe at home. And the most common question I hear at this point is, how am I going to get through this? Or wondering, can it get any worse? Common feelings that people are having are responses such as fear or anger, lots of grief, and despair. If you're having any of these reactions, know that you are not alone. Many of you have also been a part of our county's response efforts to this crisis. I want to thank you so much for your work. You probably also experienced a surge of energy and purpose in the beginning of all of this through supporting friends and neighbors. And at this point, you're also likely to have a lingering worry over how to keep up this level of energy into the foreseeable future. So the practical question really is, how do we pace ourselves to get through this? The good news is, and the most important thing to remember, is that you don't have to plan on how to get to the end. You really only have to plan on how to get through today. I can't tell you how many times I've started to sort of spiral on the idea of how long this will last. And the most important, helpful thing I can do is just bring my attention back to today. What am I doing today? So then that first piece of advice on how do we get through today is putting our attention on our new routines. You know, I talked before in a video about grief and how we can't really start a new routine until we grieve the losses of our old one. So grieving is important, and then creating this new routine and working on sticking to it. So this may look really different depending on your living situation, whether you live alone or with friends or family. I spoke to one woman recently who lives alone, and every morning over her coffee, she writes down 3 easy to accomplish tasks for that day. When she completes them, she feels that sense of accomplishment, and that's her routine. So for her, it's very simple. If you live with a larger family or any kids, that can be a lot more complicated. So you're juggling things like school demands, meals, chores, bathing. That list can get quite long. But either way, making a new routine consistent will add order to life, and that will decrease stress. It's especially important to intentionally include in this newer schedule or this new routine the things that revive us. So planning specific times for walks that keeps us healthy, the talks with folks that keep us connected, whatever those things are for each of us, making that intentional and consistent will help us all know what to expect out of today and each day moving forward. So sometimes you can also plan for certain things to look forward to. That can be helpful. For example, maybe on Tuesday nights, I always call or video chat with a dear friend. Or on Wednesday nights, I eat a salad and watch my favorite show. Or every morning I get up and drink my coffee and go for a walk. Those things can really ground us in the present moment and also give us things to look forward to. One special note I want to mention is that trying to get through each day for some of us with a lot of time may involve learning new skills or starting new healthy habits. But for others of us, this is a time to simply ensure that we don't slip into old unhealthy habits and really just stick with maintaining the ones that we've taken a lot of time to develop and holding on to those. The point is to have realistic expectations for yourself and those around you. And that can be liberating to not raise the bar too high. Simply ensuring that for today, we have what we need to be well is all we really need to be doing. So remember, you don't have to plan how to get to the end. We really just need to plan on how to get through today. And this is how we will get through each day together as a strong community, supporting one another and grieving and planning and moving. So let's pace ourselves. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.